Alright guys, we actually got some massive new info for NTE future banners, because we now have multiple new characters being mentioned as upcoming featured units, and honestly, some of these characters are looking really hype. Plus, we also have news on special abilities of the upcoming 1.1 banners, and also a new special ability for existing character, and they all look pretty insane. Now obviously, quick note before we get into it, keep in mind a lot of this information is still early and not officially confirmed. Some of these characters could release in version 1.2, some could get pushed back to 1.3 or even later, and there's also the possibility that a few of these end up becoming A-rank characters instead of full S-rank featured banners. But with that being said, we have a lot of exciting new character info. I'll be going over 4 future characters being heavily mentioned for upcoming updates, with 2 of these characters expected to release in the 1.2 version update. And remember, I am going to give out more free monthly passes since we just hit 5k subscribers. All you need to do to enter is be a subscriber, like the video, and leave a comment down below for 1 entry, max 1 entry person, and your rules will be down below. But alright, let's not waste any time and jump straight into it. Starting off with the biggest mentions coming from the current version 1.1 beta, we have 2 new mentions for the S-rank banners for version 1.2. We also have some pretty important news that just came out a few hours ago, basically confirming that Oneiroi and Shinku will indeed be playable characters very soon, because 5 hours ago we got the raw animations for Shinku as well as the animations for Oneiroi, which is a really big deal because it not only confirms they will be playable characters, but it will also be coming out very soon, because usually this happens whenever the next banners are on the way or be worked on. And now we finally have new info that these characters right here are going to be the next playable banners in the 1.2 version update. Additionally, for Oneiroi, we actually have her, basically the render of the character, where we get a better look at the model here, and she does look absolutely amazing. This is the only model I could find. I did not find the model for the other character, but so far, she does look pretty good. So there's a lot of stuff that came out because of the 1.1 beta, and one other thing I can add in the video that just came out today, which is new type of special abilities just got revealed. So new special abilities for already existing or in upcoming characters will be on the way. So here we got new special abilities overview. So Chaos special ability is granting the capability to establish up to 3 fixed teleportation markers across the map. We got Chiz, visually reveals the location of every objective item throughout the Pink Paw heist. And Lacrimosa grants a passive team-wide bonus, boosting earned fawns and paw coins by 15% up to 30% during Pink Paw heist. So this is actually a pretty big deal. Lacrimosa's life skill is going to make farming much easier for grinding the bank skin, and this is really good news. So Lacrimosa, from the looks of it, will be a pretty insane character to basically boost the overall value of her account simply by the special ability. Anyone for Chaos looks pretty good as well, with a fixed teleportation across the map. So 2 characters are being talked about as possible featured S-rank banners. The first one is Oneiroi. Now Oneiroi is currently listed as a S-rank anima character, and based on the early combat role descriptions, she appears to be much more of a support focused character instead of being a pure damage dealer. Right now, her role is described as healing, survival, and overall supportive combat capabilities, so she's going to keep your team alive with a lot of healing and possible buffs for the team. And honestly, this is actually pretty important for the future of the game, because right now, NTE still doesn't have a massive amount of premium sustained focused characters. Most of the strongest units right now we currently have are more damage focused, burst damage focused characters. So if Oneiroi really does end up becoming a full healing and survival S-rank character, she's going to have massive value overall on every account. And not to mention, her design also looks pretty good. We saw her a lot in the earlier teasers and cutscenes in the game, and she does look pretty good. Now moving on to the second major version 1.2 mention, we have Shinku. Now I'm not gonna lie, Shinku already sounds insane on paper. We do have some info on what her kit could be. She's gonna be a S-rank Cosmos element character with the combat role expected to be more of a main DPS type of character with burst DPS, damage, and control. So unlike Oneiroi, which sounds more like a supportive character, she's going to be of course a damage dealer. In a way, she does sound very similar to the kit for Hotori as a S-rank Cosmos element character with burst DPS, kinda like the same type of kit. However, remember, this is still early info and it is subject to change. I would say the most important thing to know out of this information is the release date for the 1.2 banners, is that we're expecting Shinku and Oneiroi to be released, possibly in the 1.2 version update thanks to this latest information. Now, outside of the version 1.1 beta mentions, we also have 2 additional characters that earlier sources claim would eventually become future banner units as well. So we got these 2 characters right here, and I'm gonna go over each of them one by one. We can start with Exe. Now, Exe is actually one of the more important unreleased characters lore-wise, known as the captain of the ETT 6 platoon, but at the moment, unlike the other 2 we just took a look at in this video, we still don't really know anything about his kit, his element, his weapon, what his abilities are going to be. But what I'm thinking here is, it does say featured banner for both of these 2 characters. So what I'm thinking is, because it's featured banner, as featured banner characters, the most likely option is that they end up being basically a A-rank character featured on the S-rank character coming out in the 1.2 version update. But again, we'll just have to wait for official confirmation to know exactly if he's going to be a actual S-rank or playable A-rank character. Next up, we got the last mention of the video, we got Elyms. Now honestly, she might be already one of the most naturally hyped future banners despite barely having any official news, because Elyms is also connected to the 6th platoon, which she's described as the lieutenant, and personality wise and her overall presentation stood out a bit more. But all we know is that this character is also expected to be one of the 1.2 or 1.3 banner characters to be coming out very soon. Now, the important thing to remember with all 4 of these characters went over in this video is that nothing here is still fully locked in yet, but the banner order could change, rarities can change as well. They might not be all S ranks, they could be A ranks as well, because we are due for more A ranks in the featured banners. The kits can change as well, and some characters could end up releasing much later than expected, but right now, this is what we're expecting for the 1.2 and 1.3 banner characters, and the fact that we're already hearing about this many future playable units this early into the game honestly shows that NT's future roadmap is probably much bigger than most players expected. But yeah guys, that's everything we currently know so far regarding the possible future featured banner characters. Let me know down below in the comments which of these characters are you currently the most interested in right now, Oneiroi, Shinku, Exe, or Elyms. And also let me know down below, are you guys still saving up for the Lacrimosa and Chaos 1.1 banner first, or are some of these newer characters already changing your pull plans? But as always, thank you guys for watching, and for all the support on the channel recently. The NT videos have been growing instantly fast, and there's going to be a lot more roadmap videos, banner breakdowns, and future update covering everything about NT very soon. But for now guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.